to me is a lot more transactional. It's like recording the accounts payable or making a bill to your customer, those types of things, all right? And the more functional day-to-day pieces, maybe the payroll taxes and the payroll and all those types of items, all of those things are usually handled at my client's level. The side piece is payroll, which is something that we do internally, and some people like to do it themselves, and that's fine. My office takes care of both types of firms, our companies that how they want to deal with that. The client really takes care of the day-to-day bookkeeping as far as the transactional pieces, because they're on the ground all the time. And they understand, like if they make a side deal or, oh, the payment's coming or this and that, they understand that and they know all of those things are happening. My firm kind of picks it up from that point in time. Balance sheet is what I like to look at or think of as a picture in time. How much cash you had in the bank, how many receivables you had, what type of inventory you had, who you owed on that date. The income statement is more of it's almost like a pipeline and looking all the way through, and it changes every day and it's pushing all the way through. And so we'll look from like the beginning of the year and through today and say, okay, this is how much money you've had in sales. This is how much money you've had spent. That profit number goes into the equity section of a balance sheet. And that's a very confusing piece for a lot of people is what is equity? And so we try and work through that oftentimes. So those are two pieces that are there and stuff. And so, the other thing is a lot of people, entity selection, and we'll talk about that another time, I'm sure. S corporations and things like that and partnerships, which are really popular. They want to draw the money out when they can and can't do that. There's all those pieces. A really good bookkeeper is really, really detail-oriented, and they will agonize and analyze and stuff on how to get transactions in. And they're, in a high-volume place, they'll be able to move a lot of transactions in and out and put it properly in right categories and whatever else and keep track of all of that stuff. Some bookkeepers that I have seen are not consistent or be able to look at things and say, oh, well, we've got a problem here and, we already paid this bill twice and all of those types of things. So, but a good bookkeeper is somebody who is really detail driven and be able to see something, recognize it, and know what to do with it there. An accountant will be able to take that information and look at it and really be able to understand what's going on, be able to analyze things and take the numbers and maybe twist them a little bit and say, okay, well, if we did this, this is the effect of it. Some people are more wired to do the bookkeeping better. Other people are not. And even if you are wired to do it, sometimes it's not the best use of your time. And there is no restrictions against it. So that's why you see a lot of people that just says, well, I kind of like this, and they open up their own bookkeeping place, QuickBooks or whatever and stuff. But truthfully, gosh, I hear this so often where a person says, well, QuickBooks does this for me. That's kind of scary in my world, to be honest with you, because that requires a lot of analysis and looking at things, and stuff gets put in the wrong. It's like taking your socks and putting them in the drawer that has all your cleaning supplies. They just don't go there all the time. An immediate pain point that is in their face that they're saying, I need to get this resolved and taken care of. And so I have seen many clients like that. There's pain or fear of the present, and there's pain and fear of the future. And pain and fear of the present are probably, they're fairly big drivers of what's going on and why they say seek additional professional help. A lot of times they've heard about it and they go, well, maybe it's time for me to do it. And I've got to, take this dive and make this next step. So